Howdy. This is the first time we've been back to the woods since the big snow about a week ago. I was wondering, too, I was thinking about my theory that maybe the person who has been doing things, leaving little tea cakes and hanging things in trees, if they're trying to attract a Bigfoot, I wonder if they also then have a trail cam set up somewhere. And if they've filmed me going around kicking over the obscene pine cones and yanking down the stuff and throwing things away that they leave out. I wonder if I've been captured on the trail cam. I'm going to do Jasmine's tag. You see something back there? See, there's things hanging in the trees back here. The snowflake ornament was back there. I don't know, just makes me wonder. Question 1. This is kind of odd, these two sticks leaning up against this tree. That's not altogether natural. Jasmine wants to know if we live in the same house that we were born in or grew up in. Yes, I currently do. I was born about 2 blocks away from that house. Jasmine wants to know if we've ever had crutches, if we've ever had braces. I had braces as a teenager, but so far I've never had crutches. Busby, your paws are going to be filthy. Good thing I got a towel and a brush with me. Clean up before we get back in the car. Jasmine wants to know if we've ever gotten locked out. I actually think you have asked this before, Jasmine. Yes, several times. My mom used to go through a basement window to get herself back in. Then we took to having a key hidden, and then we took to having a key at a neighbor's house, and we have their key too in case they lock themselves out. There was a funny story. I don't know if I can remember it properly. It was before my time, when my oldest brothers and sisters were babies, and my mom locked herself out before she could get herself back in through a basement window, or however she did it. My sister, who was a baby toddler, yeah, someone's driven up there. Probably the Rangers, I suppose. But look how they lay branches across to discourage people from going back there. But by the time my mom got herself back in, my sister had managed to get some yarn that my mom had been knitting with and went all over the house with it, so that the whole house was zigzagged with yarn around all of the table legs and chair legs and back and forth here and there. Let me think. Maybe that was a wood knock. Bigfoots are supposed to wood knock. I think that's all but the last question. And then that one's the most difficult one. What do you think happens after death? I don't know, and it's a subject I have talked about quite a lot in my tags. I really don't know. I think about it quite a lot. Comes to my mind quite often with having a brother who has passed away and living with elderly parents and having my own health issues every once in a while and getting older myself. I will turn 50 this year. Seeing my parents and elder brothers and sisters get older and older, as well as myself, it just comes to mind quite often. So I really don't know. I hope, nobody knows, except for those that are dead. And if they're conscious, they know, and if they're no consciousness after death, they still don't know. I just hope. I see big tracks here, but it looks more like one of my sisters and her husband walk here sometimes with snowshoes. And I wonder if that's one of their tracks. It definitely does not look like a Bigfoot track, because I don't see any toes. It's not deep enough. But anyway, nobody knows what happens after death. I just know what I would like to have happen. I would like for us all to continue living in some type of happy existence, that we could maintain our identity and our consciousness and our memories, and that we could continue on with be able to be somewhere with our loved ones. Another part of me knows that there is absolutely no proof or evidence for any of that. And that the only evidence we really have is that we just stop. But there are some scientists that believe, Einstein among them, that energy cannot be destroyed, only change form. So whatever energy is within us won't be destroyed at death. It will continue on. Whether that energy could be contrived to be a soul, or could have any memory or acknowledgement of us as who we are, I don't know. I read a headline on Facebook the other day. I don't know, some other type of scientist, I think it was. Busby's looking over there like he might hear something. I don't know. There's deer back there. That they believe that, or that there's some proof, or who knows if this is even true. Fake news, that souls, or whatever you want to call it, continue on after death to another dimension, I think it was. I didn't read the article. Sometimes I have trouble on Facebook going off and reading articles. The page freezes, and I don't get to read the whole thing. I don't know if it's the pop-ups, ads and stuff freeze it up or what, but anyway, those are all of Jasmine's questions. I'm going to continue on back here, and I see we're not the only ones that walk back here, Busby. I'm going to continue on back here and look for prints in the river, and Busby's listening and looking. And I think I'll be quiet now, so we don't scare whatever might be back here away. Bye.